as you guys know from looking at the title of the video, I'm going to be doing a hair review, and I am hoping and praying that everything goes smoothly because I'm trying to figure out like how to, you know, post the hair. Say if I put the hair on myself and, you know, I want to post pictures of it or show you a video of it, I'm trying to figure out how to do it so that, you know, I won't go against Islam. So I don't even know whether I can like post pictures of it because it's not my hair and just do the back and the side, not show my face, but we'll figure it out for you guys and I'll get it to you. And if I can't get it to you, I'll just let you know how it went and how it goes, if it looked good, if it blended good, everything. So the hair we are talking about is this Mega Peruvian REMI Human Hair StyleMix. And I'm gonna put it sideways so you guys can kind of see the whole packet, even though I'm gonna put a little generic picture of it in the pre-thingy before the video starts. So yeah, so it says 4-piece plus free closure and bang piece. I got the size, well, the length 12, 14, 16, 18. So, and it's I guess ISIS or ISIS, not sure. But I'm so slow that I was thinking that the free closure would be something in the moderation of like a 4x4" closure, but I was totally off. It has this little circle thingy in there, and I was like, I don't know what the heck to do with that. I mean, I know what to do with it, but I'm not doing that. Earlier, you know, as soon as I got it, when I was in the car, I kind of like felt the hair a little bit, just one weft, and I popped the bang off, and it comes, let me show you, let me get this stuff up here, and the bang comes attached to the bottom of the cardboard, and I was like, why is it way down there? But this is how it looks, and it looks crazy like that because it is netted, and it says bang piece right there. So this is how it looks. I'm just running my fingers through it because it was kind of weird in the net, and I'm not getting any shedding or anything like that. Just off the gate, you know, and it's pretty small, but you know, bang's not gonna be that big anyways. I'm trying to figure out whether I'm gonna use this. What y'all think? Bang or nah? We were in the car because my mom, if you guys remember, or if you guys watch my vlog, you know that my mom came with me to the hair store, and I was like putting this all in front of my head, and why was my mom putting it in front of her head too and everything like that? I'm like, we're so weird. The people in the car next to us probably like, what the heck? Anyways, here we are to the free closure part. Yeah. And this is how it looks. And I don't know why I was thinking it was going to be like a 4x4, but I just need to stop. Now I know what it means when they put the closure in here. But it's pretty good. I guess it's, not sure. It's probably 12 inches. Probably a 12-inch closure from what I'm looking like. And looks nice. I mean, if I were going to, you know, this would be used to, you know, if you're wrapping your head all the way around and then you put it like in the middle of your head, that's what that would be used for. So I probably will not use that. I probably will give that to my cousin. She wears a lot of weaves. So like I said, I got 12, 14, 16, 18. So this is the 12-inch. Yes. And I like it. I'm going to put it up close to the camera because it's a pretty like thick texture of hair. You know, it feels like, you know, you blow dried your hair out. It just feels a little bit more coarse. I was just dabbling with some Brazilian hair, and it's just like not as African American, if you will. And I really like just like the natural feel. I don't want it to feel like I have to flat iron. Like if I were to do leave out, I have to flat iron my hair like 70 times to get it the same texture as the hair. I want it to be a clean and smooth, you know, leave out to weave blending. I'll just keep that on there. But here is the 14. You can see that thing. And it looks pretty long, and it's the same as the other. I mean, you know, nothing feels different. And guys, there's still no shedding, you know, there's still no shedding, and it's kind of bluntly cut, but then they kind of like went like that. But yeah, it doesn't feel hard, no bad smell. So 16, we're gonna run through quickly because it's really like all the same thing. The wefts are like pretty decent size, I would say. Like you know, I like a really natural look. I don't want my hair to be like, you know, depending on who. If I use this hair on my cousin's head, then she probably likes a more fuller look. If I use it on my hair, I would put like 3 wefts. But since these are like, as big, I'll probably use all the wefts if I put it on my hair as well. So this is the 16. I'm loving it. You know, to me, what matters the most is, you know, how the hair is going to blend. And then the 18, same thing, just longer. You know, it tangled a little bit just then. Just then in the 18, it tangled a little bit. But, I mean, I kind of like it because it's like, it still flows, but it's that natural, you know, I just blow dry my hair out, you know, and it's nice. So this tag comes on it as well, and it tells you right here that you can, you know, admit hot water to it. So if you want to put some curling rods in it and then dip them in the hot water, like a lot of people do with the crochet braid hair. And also, just another side note, I got it in the color 1. So yeah. And then there's care instructions on the back, which I think is really nice because a lot of hair doesn't really come with this. So yeah. But all in all, I really like this hair. The way it feels. It looks really like natural to me, and I think it's gonna be like super duper long because I'm short. Just another side note, I'm only 5'4", so 18 inches gonna be like, I mean, look, I mean, if I put it at the top, it won't be that long, but if like most people do, they put the longest length in the back and, you know, layer up, so it's gonna be like down there somewhere if I put it on me. So my cousin's a little bit taller, but that is pretty much it for this part. I'm gonna come back and show you guys what it looks like on a head and really tell y'all how it blends out, because that is like the most important part to me. When they give me these little closures like that, nobody wants to do that. You want to have a part in your head. You want, you know what I mean? You want to look cute or whatever. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know. All right. Alright guys, so as I promised, I am back to tell you about the final review of the hair. I went ahead and installed the hair. It took about, let's say, an hour and a half because I decided to do it on myself. So it takes a little bit longer when you're doing it on yourself and when you're doing an install on someone else. And if you want me to post a video on how to do a sew-in, I'll be glad to do that. Just let me know if you like the pictures and how it looked. So this is what is left of the hair. Let me pull it out. I think this was the 12 and it's about this long about, and I didn't use it just because I ran out of space and I didn't want to just stuff my head for no reason. And then as I said before, I left a free closure. It still has a tag on it and everything. Yeah, and I just didn't want to use that, so that is what's left of it, and it was all single wefted, and it feels really good. It feels like it felt when I was just, you know, filling it through the weft, and I hadn't, you know, did a sewing yet. When I was doing the sewing, it was super easy to do, and no complications with the hair at all. You know, initially after you finish your sewing, you want to comb your hair and whatnot. So there was a couple of, you know, there was a few strands that shedded from me combing it, but it was nothing out of the normal. I feel like, you know, when you're doing a sew-in and you're going through the weft, you know, around your perimeter of your head just to keep it stable, that can cause shedding. And so, you know, after having it in for a day, I've been combing it, and with combing it with my like bristled comb and just even with a small tooth comb, there hasn't been much shedding at all. I think if any, I just combed it a few minutes ago and I didn't have any shedding. So I think, you know, after the initial day of getting, you know, the shedding out from doing the sew-in, you should be good. Now, if you're using this for a quick weave, you shouldn't see too much shedding at all, really, then, because you haven't even tampered with the wefts at all. So it's good with shedding. I use Kanekalon hair as braiding hair to braid my perimeter ones, because my edges are just thinner than the rest of my hair, and I'm putting the most pressure on them. So I really advise you to, when you're doing a sew-in on the perimeter braids, the ones on the edges around the nape of your neck and everything, add some braiding hair, just, you know, so you won't pull out your edges, you know. Even if they're strong, you know, you're putting extra tension on when you fold the weft, to keep going around your head without cutting it. You know, that can add tension to your head too. So definitely do that. And I did not do a hot water test, but I did use a flat iron on the hair, and it says good up to 200 degrees, and I did it around 200. My flat iron has from 180 to like 450, and I, of course, on my hair, when I did the leave out, I used 450 on my hair, just because with a heat protectant, of course. And I use Fantasia heat protectant. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll show you guys in my video when I show you all the products that I have and whether the products are good or bad. I'm gonna do a video on that, so don't worry if you don't know what that is. That's gonna be coming up soon. But that's the heat protectant I use for my hair, and I usually flat iron my hair because it's pretty thick and it's pretty hard to flat iron. I use the chase method as well, so I only had about that much leave out at the top of my head. I still had to do all that just to get it straight to blend. But like I was telling you guys before, blending is so important to me. It has to look good with my hair because it is thicker hair. It doesn't just straighten out to look slick and sleek. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. So the fact that this hair is kind of coarser, and I think you guys can, you know, see it through here and how it is even separating from itself. It's not just, you know, falling down, and there is a little bit of resistance. No, I wouldn't say nappy, just a little bit of you know, resistance going down. That's the kind of hair that I have, so, you know, it really blended well with my hair. If you have thicker hair and a little bit hard to flat iron and you can't get it super straight, this is the hair for you. Definitely. And what's something else about the hair? But I did use a flat iron on the hair as well, and like I said, I put it on like 180, 200. I can't really gauge what 200 is because mine doesn't have all of the temperatures on it, but I did it as close to 180 as possible. And it did straighten it a little bit. You got to go kind of a little bit slow when you're going down, just so that heat will get into it. And I flat ironed the bang, and I did use the bang piece. I think you can see that in the picture, and it looks super cute. I do advise you guys to use the bang piece and in the free closure if that's what you're trying to do for a quick weave or something like that. That would be really good. But all in all, I would say I really like the hair, and I didn't cut any of the hair. I cut a couple of, I didn't cut the hair when I put the sew-in in either. I just, you know, used the flip over method, and then when I got to an edge, you know, at the very top when I didn't need any more, then I clipped that in, that edge, and you know, that's what's left over as well. But I didn't feel the need to show you guys that because they're like little small pieces. So for the most part, I use mostly all 4 of the wefts. And I will say, as the lengths got shorter, the wefts got shorter as well. So yeah, by the time I got to the 12 inch weft. It was significantly shorter than the 18, but the 18 is really long. All in all, the 18 is really long on me. Like I said in the first part of the video, I'm 5'4", so it's really long. If I tilt my head back even a little bit, it's down to my butt. So I really like this hair, and I definitely recommend it to you guys. It does matte just a little bit because of the fact that the hair is coarse, and it does simulate, you know, like real textured hair. So I would suggest that you use a blow dryer with the comb on it. I have that, and I use that with all my weaves, even if it's silky straight, just to give that nice straight look, and just, you know, take your time going down and section it. Or you can just section your hair into small sections and use a small tooth comb or like a bristle brush comb. Whatever, you know, floats your boat. And I pretty much comb the hair like once or twice a day, but I don't wear my hair up that much, so I guess I don't know how often you'll be combing and brushing your hair, but for me, once or twice a day, in the morning when I'm getting, you know, laying my, you know, leave out down with it, and at night, I do it just to keep everything together. And what I do for my nighttime routine, for this goes for pretty much almost all of my weaves. Like, you can either put it into 2 braids, and then tie a rubber band down, just one on this side, one on this side, tie a rubber band at the ends, and then, you know, kind of wrap it up and put your satin bonnet on. Or you can, I always just wear a satin bonnet, the one that you can tie in either the front or the back, or the kind that just goes over. But I find that the one that just goes over your head and just has an elastic band comes off really easily, so I wouldn't recommend that one. You got to get the one that ties. If you're really like super conscious about your leave out laying down, definitely tie a scarf around it, then put your satin bonnet on just to hold that down a little bit more, and it'll help form the weave. Nighttime routine, that's it. I don't put any product on the hair itself. It doesn't really need it, and I'm only going to keep this in for like 1 or 2 weeks because I just cannot go without washing my hair. And like I said, I don't really like to keep weaves in that long, so I think that pretty much covers everything about the hair. If you guys have any more questions, definitely ask me in the comments. I can answer like anything about it except for the fact that whether the hot water set works, but if you ask me that, I'll just go ahead and roller it up and dip it in some hot water. And if you guys want me to show you how to do that, I can also make a video on that. But yeah, pretty much that is it about the hair. Make sure you ask me any questions. Don't think just because I didn't say it, I can't answer it. It's just so hard when you're making a video to think of every single thing to put in your video. It's like, and yeah, also check out my vlogs. I'll put a little snippet of my vlogs at the end of this video, and go check them out because they're pretty funny. So, all right, thank you guys.